Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Dazzling Dave, and this is my match preview of Newcastle United against our team Wolverhampton Wanderers in the English Premier League. So again, as usual, I'm going to be looking at some team news, some stats, facts surrounding the game. Also leaving my predictions, what I think the starting lineup might be. And as usual, if you're brand new around here, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Especially hit that bell button because you'll always be first to be notified of any of my uploads. And also, don't forget to leave your comments and your predictions in the comment section below. So, on to the game, looking ahead to the match. We know that Andy Carroll is going to be out for Newcastle with a groin strain. Also, one of the defenders, Fabian Schär, he's out, still nursing an injury. And Isaac Hayden, he is suspended for the game. In terms of Wolves, Pedro Neto is still likely not to be involved. And it's dodgy on whether Ryan Bennett, who has also been, we know now, nursing a groin injury, whether he'll be involved in this one or not. And then we've got Neves, who picked up a knock. He looks like because he travelled in the week, that he will be available potentially to start. We'll come on to the team news in a bit and my score prediction. Let's have a look about some facts and surrounding the game building up to this one. So Newcastle this season have only won 1 out of their 4 league matches so far, and they've also only scored 2 goals, which is the lowest in the team in the Premier League at home. However, they've also been pretty tight defensively at home. Have also only conceded 2 goals at home, which is also the fewest amount conceded in the Premier League as well this season so far. Steve Bruce, his managerial record is not the best against Wolves. He's actually only won 1 out of his 6 matches. However, Newcastle have only lost 1 out of their last 8 matches against Wolves, and obviously in the top flight. And that was, of course, the last gasp win that Wolves got in 94th minute last season. Saying that, Wolves beat them very comprehensively in the Asia Trophy in pre-season. That's a long time ago, and you can't really read anything into that. Newcastle have actually scored 5 Premier League goals this season, and it's all come from 5 different goal scorers. They've also failed to score more than once in any of their last 9 Premier League games. So on to some Wolves stats and facts. Wolves are actually unbeaten in their last 4 Premier League matches. And would you also believe it's Wolves' 200th match game in the Premier League across obviously all the different times that we've been in the top division, but the game is the 200th, coming very soon after Wolves' 100th game at home, as you would expect. And this game is also, because Wolves have played a lot of matches, it's already Wolves' 20th game of the season. And as Nuno said in his pre-match, that, you know, the recovery has been hard. The time back, I mean, they played against Slovan Bratislava away, and then they've got to recover. They did fantastically after the game against Besiktas and had a great away day against Manchester City. So let's hope they can do the same against Newcastle. Come on to that in a bit. If Wolves do manage to beat Newcastle in this particular one, it'll be the first time since the 1980-81 season that Wolves have actually achieved back-to-back away victories. And another interesting, we seem to be a bit of a second half team at the moment. Wolves have scored 14 goals this season, and 12 of them have all come in the second half of the matches. And if we get a penalty, we've been doing quite well, because Wolves have converted their last 9 penalties awarded in the Premier League. So looking ahead to the team and a score prediction, I think it's going to be an interesting one. Okay, Newcastle not having Europa League, you know, they've got a few players, 2 or 3 players that are injured or out for suspension, as I've mentioned. And Wolves' recovery, they seem to be getting used to it. We've always a bit slow starters off the international break, like again against Southampton, who wasn't so sharp after the international break again last weekend. But at least we didn't lose. Southampton obviously getting whopped 9-0. by Leicester, which has actually taken the record, because Wolves held that record for a 9-1 away win since 1955, and Leicester have now got the record because it's 9-0. So Patricio in goal, Coady, Boly, if Bennett's fit, he may come in. Kilman did really well, but I wouldn't be surprised if he drops Saiss into the back again, and just because he seems to be wanting to play Boly on the right rather than on the left of the back three than on the left. Saiss, however, did play a full 90 minutes in midweek, so we'll see about that. Will he bring in Vallejo again and give him a chance? He wasn't even on the bench, and he has got a lot of criticism from Wolves fans. He seems very nervous. I'm not sure whether he will be involved. We'll see. Middle three, I think he will go with the 3-5-2 formation for this one. I think it'll be Dendoncker, Moutinho and Neves in the middle. Johnny Otto will come in on the left. I think Matt Doherty, again, will be on the right. I would not be surprised if he keeps Traore in reserve a little bit for this one. Jimenez will start, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Jota start as he tries to build up his match fitness, and then we spread it around. Cutrone again on the bench. That's what I think the team will be. What do you think? I think it's going to be an interesting game. I think both teams are going to score, but I do think that Wolves are going to come out on top 2-1. And I'm going to go with Raul Jimenez, and I'm going to go with a Neves goal as well. Maybe Traore will come on and do what he did, you don't know. But I'm going to go Jimenez and Neves for this one. A free kick from Neves or a long range special, because he's about due one. Leave your team prediction, leave your match prediction below who your first goal scorer is. Let me know where in the world you're going to be watching this. I've got a very early start to get up to Newcastle, like 5 a.m. in the morning, get up and go to Newcastle. Enjoyed it last year. I've just finished watching the rugby as well. England rugby union team, absolutely fantastic victory, 19-7 over New Zealand. And if Wolves play with that attitude, that fight, hopefully we'll definitely come out with the wins. And yeah. Just about to upload my preview. I've heard 2 bits of news. First one positive, second one absolutely disastrous if it's true. Benny Ashley-Shield, he's travelling with the team. He's scored a lot of goals in the under-23s, and he's travelling, which is great for him. But the absolute hammer blow, if it's true, is that Willy Boly's been injured in training. Not confirmed the severity of it, but he's looking like he's definitely going to be out of the Newcastle game. But there's reports going away it's his ankle and he's broke his ankle. We don't know how true that is, but if it is, it's absolutely disastrous for Wolves. Our most consistent player will look amazingly good when he's in defence, so let's just pray that it's nothing major and it's not a broken ankle. Obviously that's going to change into context the team lineup. Dendoncker can play there, Saiss can play there, Max Kilman, you got Jesus Vallejo, obviously Bennett's out as well. Small squad, lots of game for injured in training. Boly out of the Newcastle game. Leave your thoughts on that as well. Yeah,